Two breaking updates just dropped, and Eagles fans are feeling a mix of surprise and concern. One involves a well-known NFL veteran who might be landing in Philly. The other centers around big changes to the team's most iconic defensive unit, with names like Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat, and even Brandon Graham in the mix. A lot has changed since the Super Bowl, and the vibe now is very different. If you're a true Eagles fan, drop a like and let's get into the video. The Eagles are rolling into the 2025 season as the reigning kings of the NFL jungle after taking down the Chiefs in last season's Super Bowl. But man, the vibe around Philly has shifted a bit since that confetti dropped. This offseason, let's just say the defense took some body shots. Key defenders packed their bags and dipped. Josh Sweat and Milton Williams, both big-time disruptors in the pass rush, are gone. And in the secondary, say goodbye to Darius Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Isaiah Rodgers. That's a whole lot of talent out the door. And even though the Eagles still have firepower, the defense is looking a little thinner than usual. Now, Howie Roseman, usually a mad scientist during the offseason, has been relatively quiet lately. But that doesn't mean he's done cooking. Word on the street is Philly might be eyeing the free agent market for a little extra juice off the edge. And there's one name floating around that's caught some buzz, Jadeveon Clowney. Bleacher Report's Matt Holder threw Philly into the Clowney conversation, calling them a top landing spot for the former #1 pick. Holder pointed out that with Josh Sweat gone and younger guys like Nolan Smith Jr. and rookie Jalix Hunt stepping in alongside Azeez Ojulari and Joshua Uche, bringing in a vet like Clowney wouldn't be a bad insurance policy. Clowney, who suited up for the Panthers last season, didn't set the world on fire but held his own. 46 tackles, 5.5 sacks, and 4 pass deflections in 14 games. He's not the game wrecker we all expected coming out of South Carolina, but the guy still knows how to set the edge and bring pressure. And hey, you can't have too many pass rushers in today's NFL, especially when you're trying to run it back as champs. Bottom line, no one's saying Clowney is the missing piece to repeat glory, but if the Eagles want to hedge their bets and add a little veteran muscle to the defensive line, kicking the tires on Clowney makes a whole lot of sense. Worst case, he's depth. Best case, he's a contributor on a Super Bowl caliber defense. And if that already caught your attention, wait till you hear what just came out about the defense's new setup. It might be an even bigger deal. Philly's defensive front is entering a brand new era, and man, it's one with a whole lot of question marks. After saying goodbye to over 2 decades of edge rushing dominance, Brandon Graham hangs up his cleats after 15 iconic seasons, and Josh Sweat took his talents and hefty payday to Arizona. The Eagles' once-deep pass rush room has turned into a big ol' let's wait and see. They even bailed on Bryce Huff just 1 year into that $51 million deal, shipping him off to San Francisco after a rocky debut. That left Nolan Smith, the speed demon out of Georgia, in the spotlight, whether he was ready or not. Just last year, he was borderline forgotten. Then injuries gave him a shot, and the dude delivered with 7 sacks across his final 10 games, helping Philly claim the Lombardi. Now, he's not just a part of the plan, he is the plan. But here's the kicker. Smith tore his triceps during the Super Bowl and was rocking a big brace on that left arm during minicamp. He's saying he's ready to strike, but the team's playing it safe. Backing him up on the opposite edge is second-year guy Jalix Hunt. Remember him? The former safety from Cornell who blossomed late and got thrown into the fire thanks to injuries. He showed flashes, athletic, quick off the snap, but still needs polish. The silver lining? Defensive wizard Vic Fangio thinks Hunt's run defense is already ahead of schedule, and with his frame, he can bulk up to be a legit 3-down guy. The safety net for both Smith and Hunt? Prove-it vets Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uche. Ojulari had moments with the Giants but couldn't stay healthy. 22 games missed in 3 seasons. Uche? Lightning in a bottle back in 2022 with 11.5 sacks, but hasn't done much since. They're gambles, no doubt, but the upside's there. Philly also grabbed Antwan Powell-Ryland late in the draft. He balled out at Virginia Tech and has that relentless energy you love, even if he's a bit undersized. He's the classic prove-me-wrong prospect, and he just might. Then there's Patrick Johnson, a do-it-all guy mostly sticking around for special teams, and guys like KJ Henry and Ochon Mathis, who Fangio basically called the other guys. Yikes. All this puts a massive load on D-line coach Jeremiah Washburn. He's got to fast-track Smith and Hunt, hope Ojulari and Uche can reignite their careers, and maybe even get a gem out of Powell-Ryland. The good news? Washburn's got the eye for it. His background is half coaching, half personnel, and he's got NFL bloodlines through his dad, Jim, one of the best to ever coach pass rushers. So what's the best case scenario? Smith becomes that 10-sack guy, Hunt bulks up and locks down the other side, and Ojulari thrives in a situational role. If all that clicks, the Eagles might just have a new-look pass rush that surprises folks. If not, well, buckle up, because it could be a bumpy ride. With so many new faces and question marks replacing proven vets, fans have every right to feel uneasy. This Eagles defense has a lot to prove in 2025. If you want to stay on top of it all, hit that subscribe button.